Hi everyone, hello, welcome. If you're seeing this and going, what exactly is happening right now? This wasn't on the schedule. You're right, it's a bonus stream. Great content. By great content, I mean, I don't know, we're figuring out one bit at a time. We're going and doing the Escape Simulator 2 final challenge. We're doing the temple. And we are giving this our absolute darnest. I'm going to put some timestamps of everything as the video goes through. I want to give, first of all, and I will absolutely credit it, I want to give a massive shout out to two guides that I used in order to put this together. So the first guide is a big shout. Ooh, hold on. The first guide is by Zatark. And this one's through Steam. This is an actual, this is not a full video, but it's a step-by-step. So I'm giving a shout out to Zatark. And again, I'll put the names down there in the description later on. So, and the other one that I'm using for an actual video reference is a video, it came out about a month ago, a little over a month ago, by Frederikma45 Gaming. So shout outs to that and following the video on this. This is the final challenge in Escape Simulator 2. This challenge, upon me first looking at it and everything, I was like, this is garbage. How would you figure this out? Now, since I've looked at guides and figured it out, I was like, I can get a little bit more of an understanding, but still a lot of this is crazy. They do say going into the video that they want to have the maximum amount, you're going to have to need a very large amount, I should say, of outside of the game knowledge in order to be able to make this come together. So I guess you could say it's as close to like a real life kind of Da Vinci Code style escape room thing, but it has nothing to do with the entire rest of the game. It doesn't play like the rest of the game. So as far as the game goes, it's bad. As far as the standalone thing, it might actually be okay if you know that that's what it is going into it. So we're going to keep that in the back of our mind, and we're going to go through and we're going to play this. So for anyone joining in, and you're like, well, how do we even get to this in the first place? Let me move some of this stuff around. Because when I'm doing this, I need to make sure that... yeah, that's good. And then we're going to bring this up here, and we're going to bring this up here. So again, bear with me. Again, I'll put timestamps for all these things into it. But you go, how do we even get to the temple? That's a really, really great question. Now, in order to unlock the temple, you have to have all 7 of these keys, okay? When you get all 7 of these keys, there's going to be a book that appears right here. You're going to use that book. You're going to bring it over here, and you're going to put it in this bookcase. It's going to go right there. That's the only straight up spot that a book can go. When you go in there, this will now have a use, and then you can use and go into there. The portal's going to be in the back. Now, in order to get the 7, let me just run through it super quickly. In order to get the 7, there's 7 of them, and you get them all from solving all the puzzles, essentially. You solve all the puzzles and get all the puzzle pieces in all 3 of the major worlds. And by worlds, if we look over here, you'll see that there are 8 pieces in the courtyard, 8 pieces in the feast, 8 pieces in Sweet Dreams, 8 pieces in the crypt. You can't see it right now. Actually, you know what? I'm not showing anything of importance there, so actually I will bring my thing down here. For the sake of this video, we'll do this. So yeah, you need to get all 8 of those. The time trials are not important to get into keys. You do get a bonus trophy for getting all the time trials. As you can see, I still don't have the time trials for bridge and cargo hold. Completely irrelevant. You have 8 in all of these, 8 in all of these. Once you get all 32 there, 32 there, 32 there, then one of these keys, or all the 32 pieces will pop up here. Put the puzzle together. Use the puzzle in order to get numbers based on these puzzles. So this one references some of the book symbols that are over here. Use the numbers in order to figure out what number you put down there. You solve the puzzle down here based on the clue in the painting. You get a key. Same thing here. This one has to do with a location or with set pieces. These puzzle pieces. puzzle pieces, chess pieces, I should say. That is going to give you a number. You put it down there, you get a puzzle. This here is going to be based on these 4 items that are in the room. And if you look at those specific items, namely the telephone, vase, chair, and table, you'll notice that down on the side, actually if you zoom in, there's these. If you write those out and put that one on top of... Where's the vase? Not there. It's here. If you put that one out, write that one out and put it on top of that, and then put it on top of that, and then put it on top of the chairs, which is right there, and then put it on top of the tables, which is it this table? No, it's this table. So put them on top of there. It's going to give you a code. Put that in there, you get that key. So that's how you get those 3 keys. You with me so far? Following me, camera guy? There we go. We get those 3 keys. The other 3 keys that you get, the 3 keys that go on the right-hand side, have to do with you going into in the left-hand side, have to do with you reading the outside of this, which basically says there's a very specific star. Find the star, stare at it for a while in one of the rooms, and you stare at that, it'll give you a little notification letting you know that a key spawned back in the room. The first key that you get there's 1 per each of the locations, each of the main locations, the main 3. So the first one is in this one. You go outside, go to the left side of the balcony, and look backwards on the back side of the house. When you're outside, you'll see a little red star. Stare at that for a little bit, and eventually it'll give you the notification. In Starship, you're looking to go to the into the unknown. You use the little thing you hold up in order to look at the parallel universe in there. There is a red star behind some of the mountains in there. Stare at that. It's going to give you a notification. The Cursed Treasure. You want to go to the hideout. You're going to the room that has all the rope-based pillars you move around. You go and find a very specific spot out looking straight up. There's a red star up there. You look at all of those, stare at those stars, zoom in at them for about 30 seconds each. Each of those is going to spawn 1 key. 1 key for each of those 3 rooms, 1 key for solving each of the puzzle pieces. The final big key in the middle is from solving all of the darkest puzzles. There are 12 of them, which is taking 1 puzzle from each of the 12 rooms, making it notably more difficult, and you finishing them. There you go. You get all 7 of those keys. Then the book, then the bookcase, and we're going in here. There's your intro. If you didn't want to watch that intro, then you're probably going to be jumping through the recap, and we're actually going to jump into the level. So here's the timestamp. Again, we're coming into it. Again, it says here, you're about to enter the darkest of puzzles. It requires vast knowledge that can only be obtained outside Escape Simulator. Are you ready? The answer is yes, and we're going to play into it. You know, there's a timer for following through. I am using timestamps from videos and stuff like that to use for reference, and I'm hopefully going to talk you through all the things in here. Upon walking into this room, you're going to see 8 massive murals, essentially, on the outside. All these murals relate to a painting, and this painting is how to find the painting. Basically, it's kind of a crude sketch of the painting. The golden circles that are up here relate to some of the characters in the painting's heads, where they would be standing based on the formation of that painting. I'm going to take this 2 seconds. Hold on, and we're back. Okay. Now, if you see down here, these are all cipher codes. If you're not familiar with what a cipher code is going to be something where normally the most basic of cipher codes is a letter-for-letter substitution. It's a substitution sort of code. Now, some of them would take letters and shift it to different positions. Say you had a cipher code that was shifting 5. Whatever A is would be 5 letters later in the alphabet. So A would be F, B would be G, C would be H, and everything shifts. In this case, a cipher code here is just a letter is swapped for another letter, but there is no necessarily relation as to how those letters are. A could be C, C could be J, J could be S, S could be back to B, like it could be all over the place. So these are supposed to give you codes in order to figure out what the painters actually are. Now, in this case, I am not an art expert. As I mentioned, I looked up guides for these answers to figure them out because I do not know art. I don't know the first thing about art. I mean, my knowledge of art is the four Renaissance painters that are also the names of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's about as far as I go. So in this case, this is the only one that actually gives you an answer with all the letters visible. All the other ones have scratches and missed letters and stuff like that, and you can try to put them together. If you truly want to solve it, I highly recommend that you do it on your own and don't watch the rest of this video. But in this case, this one is referencing the basic thing to go off of is that you notice that this painter's third letter is the same letter as the fifth letter, as well as the fourth letter being the same letter as the sixth letter, 2 different letters in the first and second spot. So the painter that they're referencing in this is a painter called Panini. Yes, like the sandwich, Panini. Now Panini's painting, I'm gonna jump back and forth here to my reference point, so apologies if I'm looking back and forth. Panini's painting is called Architectural Capriccio, or Capriccio, of the Roman Forum with Philosophers and Soldiers. Talk about a mouthful. And my reference point for that, we are going to this. Hold tight, everyone. Hold tight. So there are a couple of these that I'm using just for references to pieces. So now what we need to do, and this is where it gets tricky. There's going to be all these locations out here. There's going to be these golden things on the ground that kind of relate to where the heads would be in relation to that painting up there. There are also, for this one, there's one up there and one up there. There's also all these statues, okay? These statues, again, are references to the people, the characters that appear in that particular painting. We need to put those statues where they appear in the actual painting and use the painting itself as a reference. And hopefully, if we put them in a close enough orientation, that mural in the background will actually fill in with the painting and show, and it'll actually it'll adjust some of them. So we need to go around and we need to find where the pieces actually are. So I'm using my reference on this one here in the middle. This is a guy that we're going to call wishful thinking. This guy's got both of his hands on his or his head on both of his hands, and he's just looking forward and doing some wishful thinking. Now, I don't exactly know where it is. We might have a little bit of time that we're looking around to find the right one. Not that one. It's close. Nope, not that one. Nope, not that one. And again, I've only looked through so much of this. A good chunk of the rest of this is me just... Okay, wishful thinking. Here we go. Here's wishful thinking, guy. It's wishful thinking, and we're going back to... Where's Panini? Panini? Panini is over here. So wishful thinking guy needs to be sitting right here, and he pretty much needs to be looking at this sort of angle. Yep. Oh, my Lord. Oh, bless. Okay, now we're looking for the guy that's going to be going up top here. That guy is kind of like attractive guy that just got out of the shower and is kind of holding his towel up. So where's the attractive guy that just got out of the shower holding his towel up? Not him. He's holding his towel with his back right hand. He's holding his towel. Not those guys. We'll get to that in a second. Is it that guy? Yeah, it's this guy. Okay, so he's kind of almost holding his pants up. All right, so this guy is gonna go here, and even more specifically, you can't really turn him to face the other way. They do have collision, and you're gonna get stuck. You can't fully go up there, so just try to get as close of an angle as possible. I think it'll adjust when it actually finishes. Okay, we have the guy that's here is like he's got the whole, or he's like, hey buddy, I haven't seen you in a long while. So that's the guy we're looking for. Hey buddy, I haven't seen you in a long while. My man, how are you? this guy right here. This is the A man. And we're having him, and he's kind of looking up this way. So let me use for reference. Yeah, hey man, I haven't seen you in a long while. Okay, give me a second. I need to adjust this around just a little bit here. All right, the guy up top is tying a shoelace. The other guy up top is guy that's tying a shoelace. So where are you tying your shoelace? Hey, you tying your shoes? Where's the tying his shoelaces guy? Not him. And he's standing on something. He's standing on a rock, and one of his feet is up on a rock. Foot up on a rock. You need foot up on a rock and tying your shoes. Where's foot up on a rock? Foot up on a rock? Hello? There he is. Foot up on a rock, tying his shoes. Alright. Hopefully this sort of, as opposed to finding it, you know, I'm trying to give reference points for what it might look like to the average person going through it. Okay, so we got foot up on top, tying his shoes. Alright, we got 2 more for this painting. And they are, hold tight. Hold tight. All right. So it's this guy here, which, so one of them is going to be this guy here, which, how do we call this guy? This guy is like stand-up comedian with a microphone being like, see, that guy gets it. He's calling out the comic. Now, comic guy is going to go right here. Comic guy is in this back right corner, yeah? So we got that guy. And then this guy over here is almost like a, one more time, I didn't hear you. Like, while walking. It's like, one more time, I didn't hear you. Like, while kind of walking, running-ish. It's this guy right here. And you'll see him in this location. So I think that's him. Now, if we put these in the right spots, we'll find out. There we go. First mural is done. We got 6 of them. And so they will kind of adjust on their own. So obviously that guy wasn't facing that way. But there's one. First one done. That's Panini, all done. Now, the kicker, the bigger kicker about this is that that code in that case, so L is P, N is A, F is N, Z is I. That is not the same code for any of the rest of these at all. So the one we're going to do here, the next one that we're going to do, this is, if you look at this code, you can kind of, again, here's kind of the thought process behind it when you're solving these sort of things. And I do not have all the answers, so I'm not going to tell you that I know everything. But some of these letters you can be able to see. So that would be a Q-ish. That looks like a Q because it's down there. That's probably not necessarily an R, but like an R or a B. That looks like a Z because that's got the same format as this Z over here. So it would look like it ends with this same letter, and then it ends with this same letter here, followed by this same letter here. And a final name here, a 5-letter last name, where the first and the last letter is the same. And the second letter of the last name is the second letter of the first name. You can try all sorts of things in order to deduce, well, that's the same. Because for this exact one here, all the letters will be the same by proxy to this exact answer. So whatever that V is, which in this case is an A, that is also an A. That is a D, that is also a D. So in this case, it is Jacques-Louis David. Jacques-Louis, or Louis David. And this is called the Oath of the Horatii, spelled almost like Horatio, but 2 I's at the end. Okay, so we're looking at these. I was kind of sort of right with some of these. We'll pause it really quickly, and I'll jump back to the one I need. It is going to be right there. There we go. At least I think so. So it's kind of the right, it's almost the right ones. I was kind of goofing around with this the first time. But this one actually goes here. So arm down guy. So all 3 of these are reaching out. Yes? This guy is back turned to us, left hand down. That's the front one. This is almost like a, hey, don't grab my melons. That guy's here in the middle. Yeah, that guy's here in the middle. And then this guy here is doing like Warrior 2 pose, and he's in the background. Okay, so those 3 do basically go there. The guy that goes here is going to be like 2 hands off, but this is like, but soft what like Forerunner breaks guy. 2 hands up, but like in the distance. This is like Romeo soliloquy guy. And this guy right here. There we go. But soft. But like Forerunner with no breaks. So he's there, and he's actually looking kind of this way. So they're all trying to grab something from him, essentially. This guy is almost like pop, lock, and drop it sort of guy. Almost like the Thinker, if the Thinker was just laying down. Or kneeling, I should say. No, not that guy. We're looking for pop, lock, and drop it sort of guy. I believe it's this guy. Yeah, so we're looking for this guy. Pop, lock, and drop it. That guy's over here, and he's coming this way. He's kneeling this way. All right. Then we've got, I don't think I have a fever guy, sitting down on the stump. I don't think I have a fever. It doesn't feel like I have a fever. That guy's actually going to be going here. He's in this spot right here. This one here is guy sitting on a stump, but like fully laid out on the stump. He's laid back while sitting on a stump. It's this guy right here. Alrighty. Fully laid out, laying on a stump. If we do that, that should solve. There we go. Mural number 2. So there we are. The next one that we're getting through. This one is way more difficult in order to figure out. This is actually 3 words. This is 3 words. The first word ends with the same letter as the last one. This looks like roughly to be letter, 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 letter. 2 letters. Letter, 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 letter. So it's like a 4-2-5 or 4-2-6. In this case, this one here, ending with the last one, this is very Italian painter. They are both O's. So the person we're looking for is SANO di Pietro. And SANO di Pietro does something called... oh god, what is it called? It's called St. Anthony Distributing His Wealth to the Poor. And here is my reference point for this. So let's get back into this. St. Anthony redistributing wealth to the poor. Or distributing his wealth to the poor. Alright, so we only have 5 in this one. This is going to be pretty easy. We're looking for casual stance with a walking cane. In his left hand. Casual stance with a walking cane. In his left hand. No, that guy's looking like he's miming something. It's not that guy. Casual stance with a walking cane in his right hand. Not that guy. Nope. There it is. This is the guy we want. Very casual stance with a walking cane. That guy is going to be basically here. Okay. The one in the back is a little difficult to see. This one here, we're kind of looking for, like, I'm almost bowing to you while I'm drinking tea. Bowing to you while I'm drinking tea. Where is bowing while drinking tea? Bowing while drinking tea. Here we go. Bowing while drinking tea. That's the guy we need. That guy's gonna be in the front middle one, kind of looking this way. Here we go. The one in the back is a little difficult to tell. The one in the back almost looks like I'm a hawker at a sports game. I think it's this one right here. So we've got one hand up and his left hand, technically his left hand, is wrist down. Almost like a stand-up motorcycle, and he's revving the engine. So that one is actually going to be facing this way. Here we go. The one here is cradling his stomach, almost like he's hungry. He's describing that he has a food baby. Both hands on his stomach. Not this guy. This guy's in pain. But like cradling his stomach with his back up. It's this one right here. Yes. So that guy is going to go here, and he's going to be facing out. Okay. And then the other one is the other one we thought was the walking cane, but it kind of looks a little sexually suggestive. I'm not going to say that just in case, and go any further than that, just in case someone is watching. So it's this guy. Almost looks like he's trying to figure out how to ski. And that's this guy over here. And he should be facing more or less out. There we go, and that's going to solve that mural. We've solved 3. Okay? Next one we've got, we're going to look at this code over here. Oh, gosh. Same, last letter here. So this is another Pietro, but this time Pietro's his first name. So it is Pietro Perugino. Pietro Perugino. Where's my timestamp for that? Okay. Okay. This might take a little bit of time in order to kind of figure out the exact right people. So there's one guy that I know for a fact. He is the world-class fencer doing an on guard. On guard. Yes. On guard guy. On guard guy is going to be this one right here. Yeah, and he's going to be facing this way. So we got on guard guy. Yes? We've got, like, very sassy waiter. Very sassy waiter. He's got one arm up and he's leaning back. Yes, this is very sassy waiter. This guy here. Very sassy waiter is going to be over on this one, and he's going to be kind of looking... I don't know if that's... Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm going to center him just a little bit more. So we got very sassy waiter. Okay, hold on. I need to move this around a bit more. We've got one guy that is dramatic. Turn off that light. That light's in my eyes. Very dramatic. That light's in my eyes. This is very dramatic. Lights in my eyes. Okay. That guy is going to go here. Yep. Then we've got a guy that looks like he's hammering a nail into a door. He's about to hammer a nail into a door. Where's our hammering a nail into a door guy? Hammering a nail into a door guy. That's him. Hammering a nail into a door. That guy is going to be here in the front. So we've got our front lineup here. Great. Awesome. Now the ones in the back. These are a little trickier to see. We got the... Who the hell is this guy? Who the hell is this guy? It's this one here. Who the hell is this guy? Great. Who the hell is this guy? Is gonna go here in the back. And he's looking like that. All right. And the last one we have is I don't want any trouble, buddy. I don't want any trouble, buddy's right here. Hey, man, I don't want any trouble, bud. I don't want any trouble. Both hands up. And he's like this. There we go. That's going to solve that mural. All right. There's 4. Now, obviously, as you solve them, you're getting less and less people to choose from. So this next one we're looking at, this is a long one. This is a long name. But we're looking at this for reference. And again, you can kind of tell, like, the 4th letter of the last name is the same as the 3rd to last here. Last letter of the first name is the 2nd letter of the last name. So in this case, the name we're looking at here, that I'm looking for, is ELEANOR FORTESCUE-BRICKDALE. Is that it? Yeah, ELEANOR FORTESCUE-BRICKDALE. And her puzzle is called, or her painting is called the Forerunner. I'm gonna jump forward here. All right, let's see what we can do. Let's start over here and be like, I think it's like a, oh, just heard what? Like, what did he say? So there's the what did he say guy. What did he say guy is going to be over here. Looking this way. We've got Einstein sitting on a stump discovering gravity. Einstein sitting on a stump discovering gravity. Oh my god, look at this apple. There's your apple. He's here. That's him. We've got, if I don't move, no one will see me. Very casual pose. You could also be like, oh, rap battle? Yeah, I'm gonna let you finish before I wreck you. That guy's going here in the back. Okay. You've got, it needs something, guy. It needs something. Where is it? It needs something. This is, it needs something. That guy's actually going here. This guy's going here in the middle. And he's kind of looking this way. This is the bored middle schooler with the hands behind the back. God, I can't wait. We just need to get done. That guy's going here. And he's facing up. He needs to face up. Okay. Give me a second. Let's run through. Okay. The guy here in this spot is the... Oh my god, it feels like rain. I didn't know it was gonna rain today. That's this guy. Oh my god, it feels like rain. Oh my god, it feels like rain. That guy is going right here. Yep. And then last but not least, got the guy in the back right. Which is, again, almost kind of cane looking. Almost holding a cane. But with some sass. With some hip sass. Leaning on the right, hip sass. It's this one right here. Hip swagger. Hip swagger's going over here. Hip swagger's looking in. There we go. And we solved another mural. That's 5? I think that's 5. Okay. Next mural we're looking at here. Now this one's super difficult to see. The only way you could tell is that some of them, there are some of the same letters back to back. So like MC, ZZ, and again, the way that these are written, as in like the font style, is the same for all of them. So that's like a ZZ, so MC, ZZ, and then back to C, something, GG, something. So it's second letter's the same as the fifth, third and fourth are the same, and then except for the last one, the third to last and second to last are the same. In this case, this is Raffaello. Yes, that Raffaello. No, it's probably not. There's Raphael and there's also a Raffaello, and his is the School of Athens. So we're using, for reference here for School of Athens, we need to jump over here. Okay. So there's relaxing, I'm bored. Relaxing, I'm bored, guy, is actually as close to it as you can possibly get. Relaxing, I'm bored. Casually bored. There's both legs out, almost like I'm trying to be a mermaid. Both legs out like I'm trying to be a mermaid. That is going to be... Whoop, it's going to be this one right here. Okay. There's... Wait a second. There's something hidden in here, guy. That's him. Something hidden in here. Almost like he found like a little hidey hole. It's like, what is that in there? The guy in the back is... It's about to go down. It's about to go down because he's pointing down. This is the about to go down guy because he's pointing down. This is about to go down. He's in the back right. This is the, like, carrying something on your left hip. Like, I'm carrying my goods, but I'm also sassy about it. That's this guy. This guy's gonna go right here in the front with him as well. So they're both kind of just lazing. This guy's almost like a little bit of like, do you want a piece of this? I'm trying to see if I can find a better close-up of him. It's this dude. I think it's this dude. But no, by you want a piece of this, I mean like literally I'm offering you a piece of this. He's there in the back. This guy is just waving. This is the, hey, what's up, man? Where's the waving guy? Or maybe he is pointing up. Hold on. No. This is pointing up guy. This is pointing up guy. Hold on. This is pointing up guy. And again, I'm learning and figuring this out with you. This is pointing up guy. Pointing up guy is here in the back. All right. Now, who's that guy there in the back? It's really hard to make him out, actually. I think it's this guy. It's the, wait, did you hear something? I think it's the wait, did you hear something guy. We're going to try this and see if it solves. It does. Okay, cool. Another mural down. That's 6. I think that's 6. 2 more? 2 more. We're almost done. This one, let's go up and see what the name is on the mural. This is a very, very short name. And it's very difficult to tell. Again, you figure out from the letters. From the letters before. Oh, let me scroll down and see if I can figure out. Yeah, so it shows that that letter is a V because it looks exactly like the bottom of that letter being a V. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 letters with the 4th and 6th letter being a name. In this case, it's a last name. It's BRUEGEL. Pieter BRUEGEL. So let's jump forward to where his helpful answers are. Now, there's quite a bit of characters in this one. Quite a bit of characters. This guy here in the front looks like he's about to moon us. He's just about to moon us. So let's have him moon us. There we go. It's like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna moon you. This guy here in the front is flying a kite. It's this kite flying guy. Kite flying guy. And you're flying a kite in kind of this direction. Okay? This guy here is... oh gosh, how's the best way to describe him? Well, it's him, right here. Like he's hurting his back trying to get you. He's like, I could really use your help lifting this. That's this guy. Let me try to get a better angle. There we go. This guy over here is leaning over with both hands by his mouth. So let's see if we can try to find... this guy's like almost telling a drunk on the side of the road, I'm gonna give you a knuckle sandwich. This is knuckle sandwich guy. Knuckle sandwich, looking in like this. Knuckle sandwich. Okay. Now there are some guys in the back, so give me a second, I have to move. My angles are a little weird. This is standing alms for the poor. Standing alms for the poor. Standing alms for the poor is back here, and he's looking this way. Standing alms for the poor. Okay, we got 3 more back here. This guy that goes back here almost looks like he's about to lateral a football back to someone. And he's looking at the guy he has to lateral it back to. Where's he at? Oh, it's this guy. There he is. Almost kind of Gollum. This is almost like Gollum. Almost like Gollum right there. Okay, what about the other 2? Hold on. Just needs to load. Okay. All right. So this one, we got Hallelujah Guy. We finally got Hallelujah Guy. Here's Hallelujah Guy. Hallelujah Guy is going to go right here. He's going to go next to this. Yep, there's Hallelujah Guy. And then this guy's kind of like, hey, whatever, forget about it. Hey, whatever. Hey, it's fine. Almost like he's like, don't worry about it. You know, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And that guy's gonna go here. Here we go. 7 murals down. 7 murals down. We only have 1 more left. And it could be essentially process of elimination. You only got 6 to put down, and we've got 6 statues left, but we'll still walk through all of them. And this is, again, what a tricky, totally unnecessary. So I think the one that we're missing now, oh, you know what, we'll go back in and we'll look at the answers. So this is actually 3 letters, and then this is all 1 word at the end. Where the 3rd letter is the same as the 2nd letter in this super long last name. And it just so happens to be, it is called Fra, F-R-A, Carnevale. Fra Carnevale. And you can kind of tell that that P there is also repeated right there. Carnevale. So, difficult to tell, but there's also, you can tell that there's the H there, same as the H there. So, Fra Carnevale. And that is called The Presentation of the Virgin on the Temple. Presentation of the Virgin on the Temple. All right, let me jump to my my reference point here. Okay, Fra Carnevale. Alrighty, so let's run through them. You've got kind of worried bongo player. Kind of worried bongo player's gonna go here and he's kind of gonna be looking up. Kind of worried bongo player. Then you've got Captain Morgan. Where's Captain Morgan at? Captain Morgan? Here's Captain Morgan. Captain Morgan is actually gonna go on the backside of this, looking away. Captain Morgan's too proud. Guy here in the front is, there's nothing to do. I'm super bored and there's nothing to do. That guy's sitting there on the ground. Super bored, nothing to do. And he's gonna be chilling like right there. This guy here is Velma, I can't find my glasses. I can't find my glasses. Where are my glasses? Here's Velma. Velma, I can't find my glasses. And he's kind of looking this way about it. The guy down here is, I know we're on the floor, but do you want to arm wrestle? That's this dude. I know I'm on the floor. Do you want to arm wrestle? And that, of course, leaves one last guy that goes into the back. And that is this guy right here. Which is... I'm thinking about why you did this puzzle. If you put it there, the mural solves. And that's the last one. And you can tell that because the portal is now open. And that's it. Now we can go through the portal. So again, on all those murals, keep in mind that these are all paintings, where here's the thing, there's some of these paintings or murals have lots more people in the background, but basically it tries to take the big ones kind of out of context and essentially match them to what they're doing in that photo in the background. Now, they are not perfect. If you look at some of them, they are very much not perfect. But you can kind of find the angle where they almost line up with the murals in the back. And it's cool. It's a cool take on it. I'm going to give the credit where credit is due in this. However, how you're supposed to find these just casually is just kind of insane. Because it doesn't tell you when that one is in the right spot. It only tells you when all of them for one mural is in the right spot, because the mural lines up. There's no way to do this without literally and actively having knowledge of these paintings or being able to stumble upon them. So, do I think it's a good puzzle across the board? Sure, I think it's a fine puzzle. I think it's fine. It's fine, not like fine dining, but it's fine. However, this is nothing like the rest of the game. It's almost like this is way more Da Vinci Code real life sort of solving thing than it would ever be an escape room. You can use your surroundings and your information around you in order to get out of there. But, however, we've done it. You've solved the darkest of puzzles. Return to lobby? Yes. And when we return to the lobby, we actually have something special waiting for us in the lobby now. We have the Atlas trophy. We can look at it here. This is the Atlas Everything on Your Head trophy. Now, there's one more thing that I'm going to do before I wrap up this this mini stream of mine, and that is there's technically one more puzzle piece. So that's for getting all the puzzle pieces. There is actually one more puzzle piece, and I just recently discovered this. One more puzzle piece. And it is hidden in this. Where is it? It's in this room. We go to Dracula's castle and go to the fourth one. There's one. I will continue. I'll continue where it's at. There's one more hidden puzzle piece, and we're going to find it somehow. If you look up here, just like it was possible to find a normal puzzle piece in the normal level by looking at one of the torches and flipping it upside down, in this one, you can also flip the torch upside down. And if you flip the torch upside down, you come over here on the side, It's somewhere. Hold on, where is it? Oh god, where's it supposed to be? Hold tight. I know the visual's not great, and I'm so sorry, but just trying to scroll through and find out. So it said along the right. It says it's like along the railing. Oh, we just got a... Hold on. Hold on, we just got a use for it. Hold on. It's somewhere here. We just got... Oh, there it is. There it is. That is super tricky. I don't even know if it's popping up on your screen, but there is a very, very, very small, I'm zooming in, layout and outline of a puzzle piece. And there we go. I'm going to save and exit and go back out here. Now there is, so yeah, that secret dark token. And now you'll see the big token one here. And you'll also see a tiny token up there. A tiny trophy. So yeah. So technically speaking, there's only one thing that we're missing now. And that's the time trial for the two that I showed you I haven't done. But we've already completed them. And you know if you've completed them because those are done and the puzzles are done and you can see them completed. If we get the time trial for the other two, then we will have one for the Lost Starship. And then we'll have all the current trophies as they stand. We have this one for the Christmas. That's for the Temple. That's for the Pirate. That's for Dracula. That's for all the darkest puzzles. All the tokens. The bonus extra 1 dark token. And that's it. And that's rounded out. So we're going to actually, we'll call it there. Oh, I just realized. Oh my god, Scaper, it's you. I just now realized. I'm so sorry. We're hydrating. Thanks for lurking, Scaper. Sorry, I was not looking over at Twitch because I was following a guide for the process of walking through this. So if you're still there, happy Tuesday to you. And you're cool. And thanks for being here. That's it. That was a mini take, mini recording and everything that I'm doing. So with that, I'm literally going to round out the video. And that's basically it. So this video will actually go through as it'll be part of the series, sure. But it also might be a bonus one that I just upload. And again, I will keep all the timestamps in there for all the different sections. But if you made it this far, thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Appreciate any of the support. A like and subscribe. Absolutely. Give me comments. Give me anything like that if you enjoyed it. Hopefully I walked you through. Hopefully you had some fun as I was just kind of goofily naming all the statues and everything. But enjoy the rest of your day. As always, don't be an asshole. My name's Agent Talyn. I'm out for now. Oh, and bye, Scaper, if you're still there. We'll see you soon.